Hello and welcome to a mail day video. So this is the first kind of Blu-ray video I've made post, my final Blu-ray update ever clickbait video where, I do intend to not make another video where I'm just like, here's a big stack of Blu-rays I bought, haven't seen this one, looks good, haven't seen this one, like the artwork, that kind of redundant bullshit, which I still enjoy doing in theory, but I just felt a need for a change and I'm definitely cutting back on Blu-rays. And I'm actually, let you in on a little secret. 2021, I'm going to try and commit to not buying any Blu-rays. None. Well, maybe not none, but I seriously am thinking 2021 could be the year of just fully scaling back on buying Blu-rays. I think the only exception I'm going to make is like the limited Masters of Cinema stuff where like I feel the need to get them. So, that's maybe like one or two a month. I mean, they're really slowing down now anyway. I mean, it seems like they had the big announcement a week or two ago, and it was just like a re-release and another re-release. Big announcement. And it was like, oh, I already have those. So, in a way that was disappointing. In another way, keep doing that. There's less for me to buy. Like we got the Mothra and the 2B movie double bill coming in November. That, I'm not that interested in buying and watching straight away, but I'm going to have to buy them because they're limited edition and I want to get them for the Masters of Cinema collection. But anyway, 2021, I really do want to cut back as much as possible. Anyway, with that in mind, let me show you some things I've bought. So I have two things here for this mail day vid. There's actually a few more. There's one, two, three, four, at least four things I've bought that I'm not going to show in a video. And three of them are actually films I've seen before, which kind of is part of my rule now. I don't want to make an update video of films I haven't seen before. And in this case, these are things I've kind of seen. So the first one, I actually saw this in a YouTube video by Jambo Shango and the Randy Moles Movie Show. It was James showing off a couple of Blu-rays from 88 films. And I wasn't aware of these releases. And as soon as I saw that video and I saw that Blu-ray he was showing, in hand, on camera, I just thought to myself, I am going to buy the shit out of that. There is just no way I can resist buying this. In fact, it was one of those things where I just thought, I am going to buy that son of a bitch Blu-ray so quickly that the next Jean-Claude Van Damme Blu-ray collector wannabe is going to feel it. It is Street Fighter on Blu-ray. Now, I think this has like a regular, bog standard studio, release. I'm sure it has somewhere. I don't think there's like a new transfer or anything like that. But what can I say when it's a nice shiny slipcover? How could I possibly resist something as just gorgeous as that? So this is limited to 3,000. I got number 2114 of 3,000. Nice shiny slipcover. There are, however, a boatload of new extras on this. So there's a new audio commentary from a game historian and game analyst, which I probably will never listen to, but it's nice that they threw in a new audio commentary on there, along with an existing commentary with the director, Stephen E. D. Souza. Not sure if that's how you pronounce it. A new interview with the writer and director himself, a new interview with actor Damien Chapa, a new interview with the composer, and also I think the two people who do the new commentary also have a featurette exploring the game series' history and popularity that led to this film in 1994, and also an interview with the actor who played Ryu, or is it Ryu, or is it Rai, or Ray? There's been a lot of controversy about the pronunciation of that particular character in Street Fighter. Then there's a trailer and a vintage making of and TV spots, collectible postcards, fold-out poster. It's the works. Very, very cool. I love this film. I grew up on it. It's certainly not high art, and when it comes to the old video game to movie adaptations, it certainly doesn't rank very high at all, but there is just, it's not even a guilty pleasure. It's I have no shame over my enjoyment of this film. Then again, I haven't seen it in quite a long time, but I tell you what, and it was kind of an interesting moment of synchronicity, if that's even the right way to put it. A few weeks ago, I was flicking through Sky at like 4 in the morning, and it was like Sky Action, just action movies. Sometimes I flick that on just to see what kind of nonsense is on there. And it was Street Fighter. It was like the last 20 minutes. And I just thought, oh yeah, Street Fighter. And, I'll just keep flicking. But then I couldn't stop watching. And it was Raul Julia on screen. I'm just like, he has a captivating presence, you know, and I think it was his final film role. Unfortunately, he died quite young, but you know, playing Bison, what a strange but wonderful piece of casting there. And I just kept watching, and it held up as kind of just a fun, ridiculous 90s movie. And then you got Jean-Claude Van Damme, you know, just eating it up, and you know, it's just a weird cast in terms of some of the people they put in the roles of the characters from the games, but you know, it doesn't really resemble the game at all. I mean, you look at City Hunter, the Street Fighter sequence in that with Jackie Chan. I mean, give us a Street Fighter movie like that. That was just like such a love letter to the games. This was just more like, let's just use characters and like vaguely do some sort of action movie. But I have such fond memories of this. I remember having it on video when it came out. My friend came over to watch it, and I forget the specifics, but isn't there's a character who gets like rigged up to a machine and they turn him into Blanca or something. And I remember like my friend came over to watch it, and I was like going downstairs and watching something else with my mum or something, and my friend kept running downstairs to say, Blanca's at 57%, you know, like he was so excited about what was going to happen. I don't think he was altogether that satisfied with the outcome, but you know, I just remember the excitement of him being excited about it and watching it, and this is the exact cover that I had on the VHS, so to have it in like a kind of Criterion style case is really weird, but very cool. So I couldn't resist this. Again, I will say the shiny slipcover was a big part of me like wanting to get it, but yeah, so shout out to Jambo Shango and the Randy Moles Movie Show. I definitely was not even aware of this existing until I saw your video, so thanks for that. And then the other thing I grabbed, which I haven't seen yet, but I kind of have seen it in a way, which is a bit of a strange one, but I was waiting for this one to come out, and I think it went down in price a little bit because music Blu-rays are usually pretty damn expensive, but this is the new release from the Pink Floyd drummer Nick Mason. It is Nick Mason's Saucerful of Secrets, and this is live at the Roundhouse, probably recorded in 2019, I would imagine. So I have seen this band live, and it is, like I said, the drummer from Pink Floyd, Nick Mason, put together a band, or he was kind of, a band was put together and he joined it, which is focused on the pre-Dark Side of the Moon era Pink Floyd songs. Now, I can't believe I didn't make a video about this, because going to see this show was like kind of completing a full circle journey for me of seeing all the surviving members of Pink Floyd live. I never thought I'd get to see Nick Mason live. Not that I was clamoring for it exactly, don't get me wrong, but it was really cool to see him live. And I will actually say that I loved his drumming. You know, I've never really listened to Pink Floyd and gone, oh, the drums on that, you know, but he was pretty damn good, especially as he's 75 years old now, and it was the most fun I've had at a Pink Floyd show. You know, I went to see Roger Waters in 2011, David Gilmour 2015. This was the most laid-back, fun, enjoyable, interactive experience. Every now and then, after a song, Nick would get up and have a chat with the audience. Like, it was just really fun, and the whole band was having fun. But to see songs like Interstellar Overdrive and particularly Vegetable Man, I was like, fuck, I'm hearing Vegetable Man with like Nick Mason on the fucking drums. Like, it was just a very strange, you know, surreal experience at times when you're hearing some of these like deep cut song. It is on there, Vegetable Man. Obviously Arnold Lane, the Nile song, to hear the Nile song live. Yeah, so I can't remember what his name is. It should say in the booklet somewhere. But I really liked the guy who did the vocals and lead guitar on this. It should say here, yes, Gary Kemp, of course. I knew it was Kemp was in my head. I'd forgotten his first name. I really loved what Gary Kemp did with this in terms of kind of not interpreting the songs in his own way, but the way he sings them. You know, like there's certain things I think they did Green is the Color, right? So surely, yes, Green is the Color, which is like a very, I mean, the way David Gilmour sings that is like angelic, you know, and he went for a different route with it, if I remember correctly. Again, I should have done a video just after seeing the show, because it was all fresh in my head and stuff. And I did get some memorabilia from the show as well, which I would have liked to have shown in a video, but I never got around to it. It is what it is, but yeah, I really enjoyed this, and so I wanted to get this more than anything just as a keepsake from going to see the tour that this concert film is from. And I've heard that it's very good in terms of, you know, the way that it's been produced and everything. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I look forward to watching it when I feel like it, not anytime soon, but yeah, a nice memento from that show, which was just so much fun. And I think they were slated to come back to Cardiff this year, but obviously, with everything going on, it didn't pan out. And I would almost be intrigued to just go and see them again. It was just an enjoyable, fun experience. And yeah, that's about it. I think there's just a few extras on this. There's band rehearsals and band interviews. I did see like a YouTube interview with the band. It was a lot of fun, quite very tongue in cheek and fun and humorous, as you would expect from Nick Mason, who has a very good sense of humor. I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. It's a bit weird to do like a kind of almost a Blu-ray update, but not quite. It's still called a mail day. But down the line, I may get around to doing like a Blu-ray update again, where it's like, hey, here's some things I bought in the past 6 months that I've then watched. But then I have my Conquering My Collection series for that as well, so I don't know. See, I feel the need to put things into boxes. That's the way that I like to run things on my channel, but it always eludes me, and they tend to sneak out of the boxes, and I kind of go, well, okay. So, anyway, that was that. Nick Mason and Nick Mason's Saucerful of Secrets live at the Roundhouse and Street Fighter from 88 Films. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
It's alright by me. Apart from the fact he throws cans of Carlin into a tree. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's really cool. But he's not quite as cool as you.